We're hitching up and Steph's getting over top of the tow ball.
We started off the week with our shakedown camp down in Berwick.
Alright, Steph's heading off in the car with the back window up. Close your window! And that was the end of our shakedown camp.
We've headed home again and we've been living in our caravan for 1 week, preparing our house and getting ready for our trip around Australia.
Before we got to the shakedown camp, we'd already made some good strides on packing up the house. We just had the final touches left to do. So we came home and we got packing and emptying the house, and you know, once you started putting things out in the garage and the storage, it quickly looked like we were achieving something.
We're getting close. It's 10:20 at night. Today has been cleaning day, so we're nearly there. A few Christmas presents over in the corner. Mostly empty in here. A little bit in the kitchen. All the cupboards are wiped out. The floors are done. Carpets are all done. We're in the final stages, so we can taste it within 24 hours. We'll be on our way. We'll be locking the doors and we'll be heading off. Pretty exciting. This week was also the last week of school for the boys and I. So we're off to school for our last day of prep, Harry. Yep. Last day of grade 2. Yep. And Jed's up ahead. It's his last day of primary school today. Last day of grade 5, but the last day that he will be attending a primary school. It really hit home for me on Thursday night as I sat at our grade 6 graduation and realised that for Jed, he's only grade 5 this year, but it was actually his last day of attending primary school on Friday. So we headed into school and we had a great last day.
So we're going to be doing distance education as we travel around Australia. So he's going to skip his grade 6 year, but we did that intentionally to make sure that he could be there for year 7 and a full book of high school, if you will.
Wowee, that's a big step.
Once we had the house emptied, we had everything out in the garage and the caravan and the car packed, I wanted to make sure that our weights were right. If you remember all the way back in episode 5 or 6, we got Mac from Weigh Station out to weigh the car pre-modifications. Well, this time we got him back with a fully loaded car, fully loaded caravan, just to see how our weights look overall. It's all coming together. The final few days before we set off in a big lap of Australia. I'm in the car. I've got the caravan on the back. Still nervous as I tow it. It's definitely there. But we're going down first stop to weigh everything up. Weigh the car, weigh the caravan, which now have all their accessories and load, and see where we sit in terms of our GVM and our ATM of the caravan. Wish us luck. Now, when it comes to your gross combined mass, that is the maximum weight that the manufacturer of the vehicle allows you to have in total, including whatever you're towing in your trailer. Now, with our car, if you remember from one of our earlier episodes, we showed that we have this plate, a modified plate, and this shows that we're able to carry an additional, up from 3,300, we're allowed to take 3,800 in our GVM, so 3.8 tonnes are allowed in this vehicle. And on our paperwork with registration, we're allowed to have 7.3 tonnes as our GCM, which is up from about 6.8 as a standard GCM. This caravan has a 3.2 tonne ATM. So that's the maximum weight this caravan's allowed to weigh. When I picked it up, I got the receipt from my weigh station, and it showed that this one actually weighs 2.6 tonnes at present. So that gave us 600 kilos to load up as much as we like in the caravan without surpassing that 3.2 tonnes. Let's see how we go.
Okay, we're just getting ready now to weigh this Jayco dual axle. 22.68 is the actual length. I've got to plug the machine in and we'll go from there.
Okay, so we've got everything in place from weigh station. They've got their plates just under the wheels like we did the first time with the car, this time under our dual axle caravan. So I'm about to jump in the car and I'm going to drive up on the plates and we'll start to see what our readings are.
Just put all 4 windows down. Yep. Okay. All right, they're on one. Keep coming, you've got to get the second one on. Keep coming. Keep coming. And slowly, whoop, and stop at that.
Need the handbrake off?
Nah. I'm not gonna do it. How many litres of water you got? Okay, comes in gross weight 2880.5. So you are about 400, not quite, under your ATM. That's good.
So that was an awesome result for the ATM of the caravan. Now we've got to get the jockey wheel in place and jack it up and see what our tow ball weight is placing on top of the vehicle. So when you're looking at your GVM of your vehicle, you need to take into account the tow ball weight. A lot of people use portable tow ball scales, which are great for a guide, whereas what we've got today is top of the range stuff from Weigh Station, and it's going to give us an absolutely accurate guide on how much weight is being placed down onto the vehicle.
Okay, so I'm just winding the tow ball down onto the scale. We've still got the jockey wheel there as a bit of support in case anything slips, but we're all good. It's on a solid base of timber. And we have 339.5.
So we've just got our tow ball mass now, and it's 340 kilos. When I did my spreadsheet to work out my weights, I allowed for 260 tow ball weight. Now, we've already weighed in the caravan, and we know that there's heaps of kilos in the caravan. So unless I get a good bit of weight on this thing, the kids are going to be riding up back in the caravan going forward. That's the only way I'm going to make my weights, or stuff's going to have to start coming off. Just shows you, we haven't got a lot in there. We'll do a tour, but there's not much. Okay, we've got just the car up on the ramps. Let's take a look. Worst possible news, once we factor in the family and the new tow ball weight, we are 47 kilos over when it comes to weight, so I need to find a way to shift all that weight. When you look at the car, I've actually got a lot of stuff in here that could possibly go in the caravan. So I think by moving that stuff across, we're going to help us. For example, we've got our solar blanket in here. We've got extra water cans in here that we probably don't need now. And a few other tools and things like that can probably go in the caravan.
So overall, the news for Mac was okay. We were thereabouts. It was very, very close. When we filled up the water tanks, we ended up going over in the caravan, and with everything we had in the back of the car, we were about 60 odd kilos once you include some food and groceries in the back of the fridge.
A couple of notes about the weigh-in. The car is fully fueled up, so I filled that up last night. It's got everything in it except for people, which I've allowed 300 kilos for our entire family. If the boys grow, I guess I'm going to have to lose some weight. And also it's missing food in the fridge. The net summary was about 40 kilos over in the car and about 118 kilos under in the caravan with full water tanks. So what that means is we're going to have to find a way to redistribute some weight from in the car to get it across to the caravan. Once we've done that, we'll have a pretty well distributed weight. When we unhook, there's plenty of room in the car because the car is carrying a tow ball weight of about 320 kilos from the caravan. So there's actually plenty of room on the car when the caravan's not connected. But to be safe, you need to make sure that your weight is perfectly distributed and you're inside your manufacturer's specifications. So I've got a bit of work to do this afternoon to reshift everything to make sure that we're all perfect, and also that I can fit some groceries in. So I'm going to have to do a bit of work there because I need to get at least a slab of beer in there.
So when we got back, I bought a cheap set of scales from Bunnings and started weighing things from the car, taking them out of the car, putting them in the caravan, moving some of the front ball weight from under the bed, beside the bed, to the rear of the caravan, just to smooth out our weight distribution. So now we're pretty happy that, and we're confident that our weights are all in line. We can carry a little bit of water in the caravan. We can't take all 3 tanks, but it's enough for emergency situations and to make sure we've got enough if we have a stop. So pretty good result overall. Being our last week as well, we put the final touches on the caravan modifications as well as the car modifications as well. We had a new to us car and a brand new caravan, but we were drilling holes, pulling wires.
And this is how the pros modify vehicles, apparently. Look at that. Crikey.
Pulling everything apart. It was actually quite scary, but I had to step back and say, well, this is going to be really good for us as we travel around Australia, and we'll do a bit of a tour as we get going and all the modifications we made, but we've done quite a lot of stuff to make it very comfortable for us. And to be honest, it's going to be like a luxury apartment, isn't it?
It will. We have all the bells and whistles. It's amazing. Kind of packing up the house and getting the work done on the car and the van seems like you're taking 2 steps backwards before you can take some steps forward. Everything gets worse, it looks messier, and then it starts to get better afterwards. We've left the key on the bench, ready for the tenant. Let's go.
Probably should close the caravan door first.
Good move.
So that's it. We've got Christmas now to get out of the way. Then we start our big lap of Australia, kicking off in Victoria, in the northeast of Victoria. So watch out for our future episodes. And if you haven't already, subscribe to our channel on YouTube and you can see everything that we get up to on our big lap of Australia.
Let's go.
All right, here we
There we go.
We are pulling out of the driveway. Bye-bye.
Bye. We're going, boys.